Okay, this will be test number 3. I've lowered the bitrate to 6,000 in OBS. The number it used to be set at when I was just streaming on Twitch. Now the Twitch stream shows up. Okay, so now it's working on Twitch. Let's see how YouTube is handling it. So yeah, YouTube's not gonna like it. There's no way YouTube's not gonna like it. Like, apparently YouTube benefits a lot from a much higher bitrate. So yeah, the quality of my stream on YouTube is gonna be rough. Alright, well, it seems to be temporarily working, so alright, let's go from there. Oh, I'll let the... okay. So, hi! This is me testing restream. Let me start the recording so I can do an intro for YouTube. Alright, so I've been playing around with settings trying to get restream to work, which has been kind of a pain. So restream really doesn't want to stream on both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. And I was saying this earlier. Twitch has, I think, a hard cap at 6,000 bitrate, so kbps. And so if you change your settings to stream at a higher bitrate, which YouTube prefers, then you can't stream on Twitch. So then the YouTube stream gets hurt. I don't know. So hopefully the YouTube stream is working fine. I'm just gonna have to go from there. But yeah, theoretically I should be streaming on both YouTube and Twitch right now simultaneously, which is interesting. Well, again, we'll see how it works. The Twitch stream should be completely unaffected. Should be. It is sharing bandwidth now with the YouTube one, so I don't actually know if both of them are going to be affected or not. If this doesn't work out, then I'll just go back to streaming on Twitch, like solely on Twitch. But yeah, I've adjusted some settings, both in that and with my audio capture, trying to make my audio just a little bit louder. And I've also changed some settings so that my video recording will actually show up at a little bit better fidelity when I post it on YouTube. Because apparently something got ticked at some point that was lowering the resolution of the output. So I was getting it at 1920, but the output somehow got changed to 1280, which was weird. So yeah, we'll see how that works. I have the restream chat popped up on the right, and in theory I have it so that it will pop up underneath me. I don't know if that will work. This is all a complete random test. For a very brief amount of time, actually, because it's midnight, so you'd think I'd have all the time in the world. I, not very long from now, have to start getting ready for work. So this is going to be a very short stream and a very short recording if you're watching this on YouTube. Like maybe an hour. I was hoping to go for at least a couple hours this morning, but I've been trying to figure out technical difficulties, like restream. So yeah, I don't know if I like restream currently. We'll have to wait and see how it actually holds up once I start getting some chat interaction, once I start getting some feedback from people as to how, if at all, it's working. But yeah, this was a nice idea on the part of my best bud. He's trying to grow his audience for his solo content on YouTube, and well, that's unfortunate. Well, he's trying to grow his audience for his solo content on YouTube. There, we'll do that. And he thought that streaming on both YouTube and Twitch would be a great way of just getting his content out for more people to potentially get them to see, which, I mean, there's a logic to that. I can't say there isn't. Okay, anyway, I'm rambling now. I'm just frustrated because yeah, you hope when you try a new thing, it just works. And yes, when it comes to anything computer and technical and whatnot, there's always going to be troubleshooting, but it's frustrating when a thing doesn't work seemingly as it's supposed to. Okay, so I'm on Expedition 20. I was on Phase 3. Ooh, with so little time to stream, I mean, hopefully I can finish Phase 3 and at least start Phase 4. So yeah, crush a vile grub. So I need to find... what's it called? The warm pulsating grubs of the vile brood. Scan planets from space to survey for broodling nests. So this planet has a bunch of like bugs and critters. Does it have broodling nests? I'll have to go to space really quick and scan the planet to check. Ooh, I certainly hope if there is anybody in chat, and like I'm certainly hoping that I see your guys' messages on Restream, because I am kind of hoping that Restream shows me any potential chat interaction from both YouTube and Twitch. Doesn't say broodling nests. Does it have to say broodling nests? I bet it does. Hey, Mothana! Oh, I remember you, Mothy. How are you doing? It's been a long time. I was just talking about you the other day with a friend of mine when we were talking about back when I streamed more regularly. How have you been the past couple of years? Oh, I appreciate that. Thanks, man. No, seriously though, like, how have you been? What have you been up to? How's life been treating you? All right, so I'm looking for something where it says broodling nest. What's it gonna say? Survey for broodling nests. All right. So hopefully it just says it. Vile brood detected. Is that what I'm looking for? That has to be it. This just sent me goosebumps down my spine. This is a tearjerker for me, Jesus. Well, I'm really happy to see you too, man. So yeah, just playing a little bit of No Man's Sky Expedition 20 right now. And I'm also doing a thing that I have never done before. So I'm actually using Restream right now to stream on both YouTube and Twitch. And it's a complete test for me, so I don't actually know how it's working. But the fact that you popped up on Twitch means that how's my Twitch stream looking on your end? By the way, because when I increased the bitrate to compensate for both streaming on two different platforms, YouTube and Twitch, it wouldn't register the stream on Twitch. Okay, thank you. That's good to know. Because yeah, Twitch is capped at 6,000 bitrate, and YouTube goes much higher. And anytime I went above 6,000 on my settings, Twitch would just say unstable, you can't stream, nothing was loading, which was very, very frustrating, as you might be able to imagine. So I'm hoping, and this is the worst case scenario, that the Twitch stream will be fine, because I prefer streaming on Twitch anyway, and the YouTube one will work, but maybe the quality on YouTube might just be a little more like 480, which that's a bummer. That sucks. But, at least it's something. And then maybe one or two people might be like, yeah, this guy is not the worst person in the world. And they'll swap over to Twitch. Just had my birthday like 10 days ago. I am now 23. 23. Oh my God. Congratulations. Yeah, once you start getting into your 20s, that's kind of when everything starts sort of falling together. Like that's almost when life kind of starts feeling like it really begins. Like I'm in my 30s now. Not to sound like an old man, but like yeah, I'm smack dab in the middle of my 30s, and like I feel like my teenage years were like nothing. Like they were a blip. They were a blink. And like everything interesting happened to me in my 20s. Or at least started happening to me in my 20s. You know what I mean? I mean, you probably do know what I mean because now you're in your 20s. Congratulations though, 10 days ago. God, what was I doing on the 17th? Probably at work being miserable. So hopefully you had a better 17th than I did. Oh, yep, there are broodling nests here. Alright. So it's... okay. Scary thing here. It just says I have to crush the brood. It doesn't say I have to beat the boss that comes out when I do it. So could I theoretically crush the grub and then leg it and run back to my spaceship and hide and cower and cry under the couch until it goes away? Because I am not on my main profile. I'm on the expedition and I don't have my cool equipment. So I am not super confident in my ability to kill it. Nah, man, you're all good. 30s is nothing. Yeah, you say 30s is nothing. Mothi. Oh my god, Mothi. I would have said the same thing at 23. Wait until you hit 33 and like your knees start hurting all the time and like you have to start being more careful about what you eat. And I've been saying this on my previous couple of streams and recordings. That's like now I try like I'm so much more careful about what I eat. Like I've cut a lot of sugar out of my diet just to be careful, and I try to get more like aerobic exercise so I don't die like, you know, too young. Yeah, don't even start, bro. Yeah, it's things get rough when you're in your 30s. And I thought when I was in my 20s that people were exaggerating. And then I hit my 30s and like my back is always burning. And it's so stupid. Like you just have to you have to think so much differently than you did when you were young. Oh, I just noticed, by the way, under my webcam, the chat is showing up. It worked. So the chat is showing up over my custom overlay that I made. How do you like my custom overlay, by the way? I made a No Man's Sky themed one using the pause menu. I took a screenshot of the pause menu from No Man's Sky and I clone stamped out some of the menus that were like in this general area. And then I used No Man's Sky font to create a bunch of my my handles across the various platforms. I created windows specifically for the game capture and the webcam, so now my webcam won't be over my game capture like it always was back in the day. And I have the spot for the chat. Yeah, it used to be real rough because I never got around to ever creating a proper layout. I have a lot of custom overlays for individual games already made, so I'm excited to use some of those. Like I've made a Tears of the Kingdom custom overlay. I've made a Star Trek custom overlay. I'm working on like a Metroid custom overlay. So yeah, I'm actually having a lot of fun with doing all this. I remember the scuffed Arkham Knight streams. Oh man, I was yeah, there were growing pains. I can't deny that there were growing pains. But it's good to be back. Like I stopped streaming in 2021 because I was just doing it too much, I think. I remember back then I was trying to do it every single day. And even on days where I didn't have time to do it, I was trying to force out the time to do it. And that made for a lot of content, but it also kind of burned me out a little bit, you know? Yeah. And then, so then I took a break. And then 2021 devolved into a nightmare for me. My puppy, like, you know, the living creature that I thought of as a son died, and that broke my heart and really sent me into a big depression spiral. And then I had this weird thing happen where I and this is going to sound weird, Mothi. I don't know if this is a thing that might happen in your 30s or if it just happened to me. But suddenly one day I stopped being able to fall asleep. It was the scariest thing that's ever happened in my life. And I've had some scary things happen. I had a brain tumor when I was a kid. But I stopped being able to, like, for 7 or 8 days, I physically could not fall asleep no matter how hard I tried. And I started losing my mind. Like my brain felt like it was shutting down. Like I was shaking all the time. I was struggling to walk. I couldn't think right. I had to take a leave of absence from work just so I could, like, I don't know what the hell happened still to this day. So for the rest of 2021, I was kind of recovering from that. And in 2022, I was just trying to get back to a normal sleeping schedule. And then, like, it's sort of kind of working now. Sort of. Yeah. 2021 was rough. And 2022 was kind of the uphill, like, it was slowly getting better. And then 2023, I think I started recording content again, but I wasn't streaming. And then 2024 was just, yeah, I don't know. But I'm back now. My best friend started streaming, and it kind of gave me the kick in the pants I needed to get back to streaming myself. I need a hazmat gauntlet. Son of a bitch. All right. But yeah, so what's been new with you? Like, you know, with all of that factored in. Like, how's your life been since then? Have you had anything terrible happen? Is there any way to contact you directly? I'd like to stay in contact with you if that's comfortable with you. Maybe we can make a Discord server for the community you're building. You know, I keep meaning to look into making an actual personal Discord server. I'm on several Discord servers right now for like personal gaming things. But other people are in those, and I don't think they'd be comfortable with me just bringing in anybody. But I've been thinking about making an X-Turtle Discord. So I'm going to look into that, and I'll get back to you on that. You could always send me a whisper on Twitch. Now that I'm using Twitch again, I will... I'll see those whenever I log in. I don't have any kind of Twitch app on my phone. I try to avoid too many apps on my phone. So there's things I just don't install on my phone just because I don't want to be overloaded. All right. Do any of these give me a hazmat gauntlet? Okay, derelict freighter gives me a hazmat gauntlet. All right, so I've got to do a derelict freighter first. All right, I'll be back there, little grub. Where's my ship? I'll be right back. Work calls. Hey, do what you got to do, man. Like, work, I get it. I'm going to have to leave for work here pretty soon anyway, so I understand. Let me know when you're back and I can, yeah. Alright, so what planet am I on? What's it called? I'll find out when I get to space, because I got to come back here. Oh, burp. Oh, so cool. That Mothy popped back in. I was wondering if I was going to see anybody from the old days, and then not yesterday, the day before yesterday, I had, oh, who was it? It wasn't Opti. It was, oh, damn it. There's so many names. It'll come to me. I was so excited to see him. Too many names. I'm gonna be driving to work later, and the name's gonna pop in my head, and I'm gonna feel so stupid for not remembering. But yeah, I've had a couple of people pop in from the old days, and it's been nice. Like, refreshing. Like, a big part of me wondered, like, would anybody still be around? Alright. Let's find this derelict freighter. Luckily, I won't be going too far away from this planet, so it won't be a huge pulse jump back. Oh, I should recharge my pulse engine. There we go. Oh, my launch thrusters are not looking great either. Freaking Mothy. And the chat is coming up on the stream. Oh, I'm so happy about that. That's something I've been wanting for a long time. That way on the VODs, if anybody ever did watch this on the VODs, they could actually see what I'm responding to. Oh, there's a teleport option, right? Yeah, beam aboard. There we go. When I did that with multiplayer with my buddy Pat, with Latent Regard, and the teleporters weren't working. And I don't know if it was because it was in multiplayer, but it's nice to see that in single player they work just fine. No, and that's really encouraging too with Mothy, because he popped into chat. So that's my first chat interaction while I've had Restream going, so I can actually see that Twitch logo right there to the left of their name. So theoretically, if anybody ever popped up in chat on YouTube, I would see that too, and it would have the YouTube logo. So that's actually very convenient. I like that. Okay, restream so far. We'll wait to see how the YouTube stream holds up with me having to have the bitrate set to 6,000. But yeah, all right. So far, I give it like a 7 out of 10. Yeah. That might not sound like a good number, but frankly, nowadays, 7 out of 10, it's a great review for something. Given the fact that most movies and video games get review bombed, and everything's at like a 4 or a 3. Like, yeah, 7 out of 10 is pretty damn solid. And that number is subject to change depending on experiences. It makes me happy that Malthy's like, oh yeah, your stream used to look real jank. But like now it looks good. It's like, thanks. Like, not even sarcastically, thanks. It did look jank. I remember what it looked like. I just shoved my webcam over my game footage and just said, good enough. I didn't put any substantial work into creating an overlay, for example. All right, security credentials right out of the gate. Wow. You don't usually get those on the first room. Usually you have to search around to start getting credentials. Let's see. Anything good? Just the boxes. I don't really go out of my way to loot every box. Not really. Mainly because on my main profile, I have so many resources built up over the course of 9 years of playing this game. Whoops. That I don't need anything that I would get from those random boxes generally. Like, I don't need a little bit of sodium. I have too much sodium. You know, I don't need the slime. I don't have too much slime. It's just like I don't need it. You don't really use it for much. Unless they've added more of a use for it. Hey, Mothy's back. Oh, what I said about the Discord. So with the Discord, what I was saying was I've been looking into... Well, I haven't actually done anything yet, but I've been thinking about making an Existential Turtle Discord. I have a couple of gaming Discords I'm in right now with a handful of friends. But I don't think they'd be okay with me just bringing, you know, anybody in. Because we're kind of like people that know each other in the real world and like have known each other for a long time. But I've been thinking about making a streaming Discord. So I will look into that when I actually have some free time. Maybe at the end of this week I'll look into that. Because I'm not going to have a lot of free time this week. This week's going to be rough. Speaking of rough this week, I've got, it's 1 a.m. where I am right now, and I've got to leave for work in like 40 minutes. So this is going to be a shorter stream, Mothy, just so you know in advance. Like, I'm only going to be on for a little bit. But I will let you know if I make any progress on the Discord. But in the meantime, you could always send me the whispers that they use on Twitch. Oh yeah, you could be like the head mod, or like I'll look into it. Yeah. I historically have never used Discord that much for anything outside of like communal things. So like right now, my best friend has a Discord for our D&D games because we play Dungeons and Dragons with a handful of friends. Although we haven't been playing for a while, it's been hard to find time for everybody to get together at the same time. Downside of being adults, all living in different places. But there's also there's another Discord where him, me, and a couple of other small content creators are toying around with. We haven't decided on anything yet. We're toying around with the idea of kind of combining our efforts. So creating like a place where all of us kind of put our content and try to see if we can draw in larger audiences by drawing in each other's audiences. I don't know. I have no idea if that's going to work out. It's a nice idea. Like, it's a very nice idea. I know personally one of the other people that he's trying to bring in on it, and he's a pretty cool dude. The other person I've had like 2 interactions with via purely like comments on YouTube, so I don't know them in any way, shape, or form. Since 2021, I've been studying in uni and graduated last year with a cybersecurity degree. Now that is a degree you can take to the bank. That's a good degree to get. Better than my my media arts and animation degree, which doesn't get me anything. So very nice. Now I work at a company and I'm the manager of marketing. Oh, plus our site. Very cool, man. That's awesome. I'm very happy for you. Like, that's really cool. How do you like that? Do you enjoy your job, or are you more in line with me and my job, where I'm just kind of like, it's a job, like I do it, it pays the bills. Like, or do you actually like have passion for it? You know, does it get you out of bed excited to be like, oh, I can't wait to do that marketing stuff? Because there's some people that they absolutely love their jobs, and I'm very jealous of people who are able to love their jobs like that, because I despise my job. I despise it with a passion. But yeah, good on you, man. That's awesome. I vaguely, it was a few years ago. I vaguely remember you talking about how you were in uni. Very vaguely. By the way, where are you in the world? Because I don't remember that. Judging by the fact that you say uni, I'm going to take a guess you're in the UK. I just don't remember. That was 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago. I apologize for not remembering. But yeah, uni is usually something that people in the UK say. From what I've observed. Oh, Jordan. Okay. Okay, I knew it was... Okay, I knew it wasn't in the United States, but I couldn't remember where. Okay, very nice. It's no comparison, man. You just did what you wanted. I used to enjoy it really, but lately it's been a bit too much. My contract ends in November, and I'm not willing to renew unless they pay it. That's smart. That's smart. And if they want to keep quality work, then they better damn well pay. Like, that's the thing. A lot of these companies, they don't realize, or at least they've stopped realizing, you have to spend money to make money. So you actually have to fork out the money to get the people worth having. Like, they're trying to, like, every company across the board everywhere is trying to shortchange to make profits and to set their profit margin to the black or the green or whatever it is, the positive. And they're screwing over all their workers, not realizing that they're screwing over themselves by screwing over their workers. Or maybe they are realizing and they don't care because they're just trying to make some immediate scratch. But yeah, if they want your work, they better damn well pay for it. I'm a big believer in if you're gonna do a job, you better be paid what you deserve. I'm a big believer in that. You could say I am a massive believer in workers' rights. I will never side with like the corporations and the companies. I will always side with workers. Always. Man, I'm managing a lot of shit and I'm topping everyone here and I'm getting paid minimal wage. Yeah, I know how that feels, man. I signed a contract with a friend of mine located in Maryland, which pays me minimum wage in Maryland, which is like 4 times what I make right now. Less hours. Jesus. All right. 4 times more for basically the same workload. Actually, a less of a workload. Jesus. That's, I mean, that feels like a pretty simple choice on my part. God. Oh, that's terrible though. That they even let that happen. God. You know what I hate about minimum wage? It's such a simple concept. So when somebody's like, "Oh yeah, I'm working for this company. They're paying me minimum wage." That doesn't mean that they're paying you, you know, a good amount of money. That means they are paying you legally as little as they are allowed to pay you. That's what pisses me off about minimum wage, the word minimum. It means, effectively, they would pay you less if they legally could. Like, that's why minimum wage makes me sick. It's not living wage, it's minimum wage, and it's disgusting. And workers' rights all over the world need to change so that the bare minimum isn't what every company reaches for. Like, every company should be striving to go above the bare minimum. Do you know what I mean? Not to get too passionate about workers' rights. But yeah, the bare minimum is not enough. Like, minimum wage is a disgusting concept, and we need to start paying workers everywhere more money. Like, just a living amount. Like, people aren't even asking to be millionaires, just enough to live off of. Taking a huge step in my future, supporting myself and the family. I get paid $450 monthly. Jesus, man. I am so sorry to hear that. God. I feel for you, man, especially with a family. Like, I don't have a family, and I feel like I don't make enough money to support myself, yet alone other people. I can't even imagine what it must be like. Like, and I would never even pretend for a second that I would understand what it's like to have to actually have other people to directly worry about. So I feel for you, man, and I have nothing but respect for anybody that's just trying to take care of their family. Nothing but respect. It's a power to you. I really hope that they start forking out, or that maybe Maryland, like, I don't, like, 450 is not enough to survive off of. Like, that's just not enough. That's wrong, and I'm sorry. That's just not enough. I don't know what the cost of living is in Jordan, but I know in the United States, in Southern California, $450 a month. That's like not even half rent. That's not even a third rent in a lot of places. Yet alone food, yet alone gas in order to be able to have a car that functions to get to work, yet alone internet, electricity, car insurance, which, of course they all force you to have. Like, I cannot imagine. So I'm very sorry, dude. I hope that gets sorted out. Okay, they need captain's DNA. I'm gonna tell the computer the captain's dead. Here, at least. It's what laid upon me, and I gotta deal with it, Yeah, that's true. We all gotta deal with what we gotta deal with, right? That's very true. Cost of living in Jordan is kind of fucked. 450 is basically rent only. Yeah. Yeah, so no money for anything else. Jesus, I'm sorry, man. Yeah, 450 here would not even cover half rent almost anywhere. Like, on the low end throughout the country, like, rent is like $1,000. My rent has been going up every single year for years, for as much as they legally can raise it. And cost of living wages have not gone up in any way, shape, or form. So the cost of everything keeps going up substantially, but the pay scale stays the same or gets lower because companies cut hours to try to offset their own losses, but they expect the same level of work. So a lot of times I make less hours, so therefore less money, but all the cost of living has skyrocketed. So one day, I'm not going to be able to, unless something changes, I'm not going to be able to afford to, I'm going to have to start canceling things. Like, I'm going to have to, go back to ramen, or I'm going to have to start running 4 hours to get to work every day. So I don't waste gas money. I don't know. It's, like you said, we're all dealing with our crap. So, yeah. I break even. I don't really put anything away anymore, and that sucks. Because I used to put away at least a tiny, tiny bit for a rainy day, or maybe, God forbid, one day retirement. But I don't see retirement ever happening. Unless you count death as retirement. Hey, dark humor. But, Yeah, I don't really put away anything anymore now. I just kind of break even. I'm not losing money, but I'm not gaining any. I'm just kind of sitting at the exact same place, which I guess is a good place to be. At least I'm not losing anything. But it's not great. I'm excited for the future. Gonna live way more comfortably now with the blessing I got from my buddy. That's pretty awesome. My best friend, he keeps trying to get me. He's trying to help me get a job at his company. And the timing just keeps not working out in terms of me going for the training because I have to keep my job in order to keep my salary because I have to keep, putting food in my belly and keep a roof over my head. And I don't want to lose my job for the chance to get another job. But my best friend's trying to get me a job at his company. I won't say what it is just in case because, privacy stuff. Like he knows I wouldn't want him saying where I work, so I'm not going to say where he works. But he works at a very nice company. Well, he works at a very established company. Like you've heard of it. I guarantee you've heard of it. And it would be a substantially higher pay scale. And he says the work is infinitely more rewarding. I probably wouldn't want to, jump off a building at the end of every shift. And I would get actual medical benefits because right now I don't have medical because I live in the United States. And, if you're poor, you just don't have medical care. So right now I'm just kind of hoping that nothing bad happens to me because I would have no recourse. Like I couldn't go to a hospital because they would just turn me away. So not to get too real with you, but it's an issue I've been running into since 2021. When I stopped being able to fall asleep in 2021, after almost a week, I went to the hospital desperate for answers. I was struggling, and they wouldn't do anything for me. They didn't care. And since then, I've tried and have not been able to get any help with anything. So I've just kind of stopped trying. Yeah, wow, this stream's getting real. Talking about medical. I fully get it, man. I know it'll work out. I just need to grind harder. Yeah, you're not wrong there. U.S. medical system is a joke. It is a joke. Truth is, it's not even just the U.S. A lot of countries have a joke medical system, but at least a lot of the other industrialized countries in the world provide medical for their people, even if the wait times can be a bit ridiculous. I've heard the wait times in the UK, even though they have, effectively a universal healthcare system, the wait times can be really bad as a result of that. So that needs fixing. But from what I've heard, I don't actually know personally, but the U.S. system is an absolute joke. It's disgusting. It is for profit only. Human lives do not matter to the American medical system. They do not matter. They will let you die screaming in the streets unless you can pay them money. Like it's like the mafia. Like they don't care until you actually give them their 30 pieces of silver, All right, read captain's log. Ooh, getting real. But yeah, I'm glad that things are looking up for you, man. Hopefully one of these days, hopefully next year, because right now the hours at work are actually really good. In part because of the infantile behavior of certain leadership in the United States right now. Hours for me, because of the uncertainty of infantile tariffs, have actually sent where I work scrambling to try to keep up. So right now hours are good. It's going to hurt us down the road, and we'll probably lose hours next year. But right now we're getting really good hours. just for the moment. So right now I'm busy as hell. But hopefully next year my hours let up and then I'll have time to actually take a leave of absence and then go for the training that my buddy wants me to go for. And then I'll have a job that pays me substantially more. Like twice as much almost. And benefits. So, and yeah, that's just better. No, man, I have not been reading any of this captain's log. But yeah, you stay safe too, man. Like, because it's everywhere in the world right now is just chaos. Like everything is falling apart everywhere, and like I'm worried about everybody right now. Like like the entire damn world is going to crap. Like major countries are pushing towards authoritarianism, and the rich, the wealth gap between the rich and just the working class is so out of control. And it's everywhere. It's not even just the United States. It's everywhere. Like, it's always been bad my entire life. It's been bad throughout recorded history, the wealth gap between the rich and the poor. But it's worse than it's ever been. And that is a huge, huge problem. I would like a Corvette module. Give me something good. Ambassador class hab. Literally the most basic thing you could have gotten from that as a reward. Wow. You could buy that from any local dollar store. Oh, wow. Story of my life. Give me something good. And it was the opposite. So, let's switch to a lighter note then, Mothy. You've been playing any interesting games lately? Like, I'm playing currently No Man's Sky, as you can see. Other games I'm also playing right now are like Pokemon Legends ZA, Donkey Kong Bonanza, like a couple, Nintendo games because I love Nintendo. I still play like Hitman from time to time. I find it to be surprisingly relaxing, even though, like, it's a game about murdering people, which, yeah. But I don't know. Something about the game is very fun. I like how it forces you to learn the environments. That's why I love Majora's Mask so much, because you have to learn the world that you're in. You actually have to pay attention to details, and I like paying attention to details. I think details matter. Other things I'm playing right now, I'm really just I've been playing some retro games at lunch at work. And that's been surprisingly relaxing. So older, like smaller, like handheld games, like the Minish Cap for the Game Boy Advance. I've been playing a little bit of that. Not a little bit. I played that. Super Metroid, like Super Nintendo games, Game Boy games. But yeah, have you been playing anything to, unwind and relax? I don't remember if you were a big gamer or not, but I feel like you might be, because you watch gaming streams. But sometimes people watch gaming streams because they find it relaxing. They don't necessarily game themselves. Like, I put on background noise all the time just because I find it relaxing. Like, I'm not an astrophysicist, but I put on a lot of science streams about like various space news. A lot. Ooh. Oh, right. I have to collect the expedition. Hazmat gauntlets and a supreme hyperdrive upgrade. My inventory's full. Come on. Alright, what can I get rid of? I don't need the geode. I don't need the crystal fragments. I don't think I use those for anything. I don't know if I need these logs to complete the main mission. Hold on to those. Get rid of the Atlantidium. Get rid of these planetary charts. I bought them, but I don't think I needed them. Oh, burp. Oh, there's another burp right there. Right there. This is not coming. I feel like I don't need the wormskin folio. I think I'll hold on to everything. Why do I have multiple refiners? I must have been button mashing and not realized when I was crafting. Alright, get rid of those. Nice. So now let's collect that mission. Chromatic metal and sodium nitrate. One of the only things I didn't grab was sodium, and I was just bitching about it on the derelict freighter, like, oh, I don't need sodium. Oh, karma. Alright, let's see if I can find some sodium, I guess. Alright, carbon. God, what are good sources of sodium? I can hear Patrick now, my buddy, late in regard, just being fully like, you should have opened the boxes. Like, you should have looted the freighter, like everything in the freighter. It's like, God. Like, he loots everything in the freighter, and like, power to him. I just generally don't need the extra resources. Generally. But I guess expeditions, the rules do change a little bit. Alright, does sodium show up on this scan? Oh, I think it does. I think that's sodium. Yes, sodium-rich plant. Hell yes. Well, if you're still there, Mothi, I am very grateful to having had you popped back into chat. It was very nice. Sadly, nobody in YouTube. I have no idea if I have any viewers or not. That'd be cool. But, like, hey, I'd love to see a YouTube chat just to see it pop up, just to know that restream option of giving both chats works. Yeah, maybe one day. Again, I have absolutely no idea if I have a single viewer on YouTube right now. Because all I see is my OBS layout. I don't have any of the stream information up. Alright, how much sodium nitrate did I need? Because it's probably a 2-to-1 ratio to refine from sodium to sodium nitrate. It's usually 2-to-1. So, chromatic metal, I made a bunch extra of that. Oh, it's only 20 sodium nitrate. So, there's a good chance I probably already have enough. Wrong menu again. Oh, gotten really bad about that. Gotta check my brain. When you hit your 30s, man, your brain turns to mush. I mean, it doesn't, but like, some days it feels like it does. Luckily, I do my best to, like, a lot of people go to the gym all the time to work out their muscles, and me, I like to always work out my brain. So I'm always trying to keep it active in one form or another. You know, trying to learn new stuff, trying to, like, play puzzle solving games so that my brain is actively trying to think out of the box. You know, it's a good thing to do. Keep it active. Work it out. It's the most important muscle in the human body. Alright, got my hazmat gauntlet. Let's go. Ooh. Where's my ship? I think I'm too far away from my ship. Where's my ship? Oh, right. Right. Hopefully I have enough in the landing thrusters. I want to bring it closer to the juicy grub. Just in case, because I'm not super confident in my ability to survive a battle with the Broodmother. Not on this character. Oof. On this character, I'm a weak little squishy, and my health isn't even all the way up, so... Eesh. Probably one hit would kill me. Alright. Oh, the launch thrusters. Okay, I have a solution for that. I'll just summon my other ship temporarily. Just need to hop in something. And it'll make an autosave, so that's always good. Alright. Juicy grub. Crush it and run. Like, I probably would be more psyched to actually fight it if I didn't have, like, to get ready for work in 15 minutes. So, yeah, crush larva and run. Because it didn't say I had to beat the boss. Though, let's take a few shots and see how let's see how I hold up. I mean, I might as well try, right? Oh, great, sentinels. Great. Because that's what I needed. Great. Okay, the Broodmother is taking a lot more damage than I anticipated. If it wasn't for the Sentinels, I think I'd be fine. The Sentinels have me a little worried. Sorry, didn't mean to shoot you. I remember the Broodmother being way scarier. I guess in my mind, I just blew it out of proportion. You know, human memory is unreliable at best. This is scientifically proven. Oh, I'm gonna run out of bullets. I need to craft more ammo, but I can't do that with everybody shooting at me. So I'm gonna have to go in my ship just to give me the ability to craft more ammo. Where's my ammo? Where's my ammo? Where the hell's my ammo? I don't see it. I still have, unless it's all in the gun. It might all be in the gun. All right. Like, I don't see it. Where is it? Oh yeah, the Broodmother's a pushover. If it wasn't for the Sentinels, I don't think I'd be in any significant danger right now. The Sentinels, though, actually have me concerned. Oh yeah, Broodmother's a pushover. Oh, I dramatically misremembered how they worked. Alright, now I gotta get away from these jabronis. Oh, before I do that, I'm learning from my mistakes. Make sure the launch thrusters are good. 100% good. So I'll be able to summon it wherever I end up. Yeah, the Broodmother was a pushover. It's just the Sentinels that are threatening me. I'm not going to pick a fight with them. Because I don't think I'd be able to survive all 5 waves as I currently am. I mean, maybe I could. I don't know. I just don't think I would. Wrong button. Sprint is not left stick like it is in most games. Come on. Stop searching for me. They gotta lose interest eventually. Usually they do. Ooh, guys, I need you to lose interest in me. I have to start getting ready for work here. Very soon. Like 11 minutes. Maybe if I go underground? Man, they are not losing interest. That's weird, because they used to lose interest. That's very weird. But now does it force you to take out the wave and then run? Because that just summons a bigger wave. Alright, I guess I have no choice. Like, I really don't want to fight 5 waves of sentinels. Like, I really don't want to. And not just because I don't think I'd survive, but because I don't have time. Oh my god, I hate this gun so much. With a fiery passion. Alright, I guess, terrain manipulator, run. If they never see me, then will I be able to get away? Ooh, I don't have time for this. I might have to... Like, I just don't have time. It's a bummer. Like, normally I'd figure it out, but... Oh, now I'm stuck underground. How do I get out? Is this up? It's so hard to orient. Yes. Alright, I've got to summon my ship. You can't summon in combat? Alright. This is gonna suck. Get to my ship, make an autosave, and I guess I'm just gonna have to leave this in the middle of combat. I don't have time. It's a bummer. It's not the game's fault. This is the bummer. It's the downside of these really early morning shifts that I have. Like, I always have early morning shifts, but today is a day where it's earlier than, it's like a different kind of early. And there's just no time. Like, no time at all to do anything I actually want to do. And by the time I get home, ooh, I might be so burned out. There's a good chance I might not be in the mood to play anymore. Alright, restore points saved. Oh, reinforcements arriving. Wait, so that means I lost them? Why are they arriving if I lost them? Damn it. I was gonna jump to warp. Anything to get away from them. I'll bet the space station is a really far way away. 12 minutes, unless I get the ability to pulse jump, which I might not be able to get far enough away from them to do it. Yeah, I don't have time. I have to call it. I don't have time. So luckily, I have a save. So it's not like I'm going to lose any progress, but I'm just... I have to start getting ready for work. Yeah, technically I have 5 more minutes, but I'm not going to be able to do anything of substance in those 5 minutes except for try to get away from the Sentinels. So that's a bummer. But this has been a really good short stream. Emphasis on short. I had Mothy pop back in. That was awesome. I got to see firsthand that the chat actually pops up now, which is awesome. And according to Mothy, the Twitch side of the streaming is really well. The quality is good. He said the stream was perfect, so that's awesome. I don't know about the YouTube side. Sadly, nobody on YouTube. Granted, it's at where I am right now, 1:56 in the morning, so I'm not overly shocked that nobody hopped in. But, you know, I'm still happy about Mothy. That's really cool. So yeah, I hope you have a good one, Mothy. Like, it was really awesome talking to you again. I'll see you again. Hopefully not too far off. Like, I'm gonna try to stream whenever I actually have a chance to stream now. So, you know, a couple times a week, a few times a week, I'm gonna play it by ear. I'm not gonna try to force a daily stream like I used to. That's what led to me burning out. So on days where I just can't, I'm not going to. And my schedule is always so chaotic. I'm never gonna know what those days really are. So I'm never gonna have a consistent streaming time. It just physically wouldn't be possible. But it's a nice idea. So theoretically, I might stream when I get home, but it'll really depend on how I feel. Because some days I'm burned out, some days I've got a little bit of kick left in my step. But in any case, you know, anybody who did watch, thanks for watching. I know I didn't do much in No Man's Sky. I was really just kind of talking to Mothy and really getting into serious stuff with life issues, affordability issues, health, like our medical stuff. So like, yeah, you know, real talk in the middle of a No Man's Sky Expedition 20 foray. And I didn't even get that much done in the expedition, but that's mainly because I was having too much fun chatting and didn't have a lot of time to play. But for everyone on YouTube, this will be the end of the video. Live long and prosper. Yeah, that's going to be my tagline now. I'm stealing it from Star Trek. Nylarine! Okay, hang on. I was about to end the stream. I'll stick around for a couple more minutes just to say hi to Nylarine. Nylarine, I haven't gotten around to adding you yet on Discord. I've actually been really busy the last few days. I haven't had time, but I am planning on adding you. So yeah, I'm excited to see you. And as you can see, I've updated the stream since the last time that you hopped in. So I've created a custom overlay for No Man's Sky, and I'm creating custom overlays for all the different games that I'm going to play. So I now have a separate spot for my webcam. I have a separate spot for the gameplay, because, you know, it's so annoying when the webcam is blocking a huge portion of the gameplay. I have the spot for chat to now show up, and I have my various platforms, like my username on my various platforms, pimping out my garbage. Yeah, and I'm currently streaming on Restream using OBS. So theoretically, I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time, you know, as a way of just kind of trying to maybe branch out my audience. I don't seem to have gotten anybody on YouTube, but that's okay. You know, this was just kind of an early morning short test stream. But it's awesome to see you pop in. I've missed you the last couple of days. How have the last couple of days been treating you? Try to stream on TikTok as well. It's far better than YouTube. Okay, TikTok is one of the few social medias I have not touched. I've just never gotten around to it. Does TikTok have a good, like, gaming streaming community? Like, just out of curiosity? Like, yeah, I've been busy the last couple of days too. Yesterday, oh my God, I barely squeaked in like an hour and a half of a stream before I went to work yesterday. And then when I got home, there was just no time. Like, I just my day was done. And that sucks. I hate days like that. No time to actually have fun. But yeah, so does TikTok have a streaming on TikTok is so good. All right. Like I see some reels from TikTok every now and again. The social mediaing I do is as you can see up top, it tends to be kind of limited to Instagram and then Instagram related things. So like threads, but I don't pimp my threads on here because I get very political on threads. And Blue Sky, but Blue Sky is also not really a gaming social media for me. It's more of a, very politely talk about the world and how terrible things are right now. Respectfully. That's why Blue Sky is better. I stay away from X like it's the plague. I used Twitter back in the day to try to promote my channel. X has become such a gross, toxic place. I will avoid it like you wouldn't believe. I have no desire or intention to ever use X. You easily give viewers at least 10 at one time. It's so basic. That's good to know. 10 at a time. Back when I was streaming very regularly, a few years ago, 10 concurrent viewers would have been a lot. You are an amazing streamer. You easily got popular. You know what? I'll look into it. I will look into it. Maybe I'll make a TikTok when I get home, and I'll dip my little toesy woesies in and see how it handles. So yeah, maybe with restream, because I really love Twitch, so I'll always be streaming on Twitch, and I have the free restream because I'm a broke ass hobo. I'll always stream on Twitch, and then maybe I'll alternate the other streaming platforms. So maybe sometimes I'll stream on Twitch and YouTube. And then sometimes I'll stream on Twitch and TikTok. That's a good note, Nylarine. I will look into that. And, yeah, we'll discuss it on Discord. And also, I haven't had time. I'm hoping maybe at the end of the week I'll have time, like Saturday. Because, yeah, I work every day this week, and I just don't have time. But I'm looking into making a Discord for my gaming stuff. So I will keep you apprised on that, Nylarine. And when I get a chance, I'm going to add you. I really am. I have to start getting ready for work now because I have a long shift ahead of me. But it's so awesome that you popped in. I love having chat interaction. I've had really good chat interaction on this stream. A buddy of mine from back in the day, somebody who used to watch all my streams, popped into this one, Mothana, and gave me a lot of chat interaction, and that was awesome. Because as somebody who's done a lot of streaming over the years, I can say very few things suck more than streaming with zero chat interaction. Because you're just trying to fill the silence. It's so much easier when you have somebody to talk to, as opposed to just kind of talking to yourself. So, yeah. But thanks, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I've worked hard on the updating my stream, try to make it look better. And I've even updated the settings on my outputs so that my YouTube VODs will hopefully be a higher quality than they were before. So they were apparently being rendered at 1280 before, which was never my intention. I always thought they were rendering in 1920. But apparently somehow that setting got ticked at some point to 1280, which sucks. I mean, it doesn't suck, it's fine, but 1920 is better. But yeah, anyway, I should have started getting ready for work like 4 minutes ago. I really have to get ready for work. But thank you for stopping by. It was so awesome to see you. I might be streaming later today after I get home from work. I don't know for sure, Nylarine. It will heavily depend on how I feel after work. Work can sometimes just drain all of my energy and like all my enthusiasm. But I will look into it. If I'm feeling up to it, then I'll be streaming more in like 9 hours. Yeah, something like that. So, yeah, I'll see you later. And to everybody on YouTube, I'm going to do a second sign off. Live long and prosper. Which, yes, I'm stealing that from Star Trek, but I am one of the world's biggest Trekkies, and I think that is a great freaking tagline. Anyway, have a good one. Nylarine, Mothy, and anybody who happens to be using this for background noise or stumbling across this on YouTube in the future.